I'm just going to take you on a little tour here this morning and have a look at phase 1 of my habitat improvement project. And just going to take everybody for a walk here, and we'll check out the first food plot that I'm going to do, as well as a couple points along a travel corridor and a future oak flat. And then we're going to have a look at about a 30-acre block where I'm going to have a timber operation. Well, no sooner did I get out of the truck, I seen these fresh deer tracks here. It looks like a doe and maybe a couple of fawns, or I thought I seen 3 deer going anyways. Anyway, just as soon as I took out the camera to start talking about the tracks, I seen the tails going, heard the shuffling, and they all just took off in there, so that's a good sign. Just inside the wood edge here, you can see my truck's right over there. Nice little opening here, fairly flat, and kind of the idea beside this, behind this plot, just up this way here is where the western food plot trail is going to go up around the bedding area, and then it's gonna kind of loop around this knoll right here. It doesn't really look like a knoll from this angle, but I'm gonna leave most of these trees in a long finger of timber over to the east. This way, there's gonna be an ambush point, likely out of that tree. You know, watching the water hole here, and something trying to sneak in the backside here. And that's over there. I believe those deer were bedding down in here last night, and then they crossed the road down that way, where I come in. I'm thinking this fir tree here is going to have a mock scrape, maybe along the back side of it here somewhere. These branches here, you know, giving you a couple of nice opportunities with the bow. You know, if you want your little 10-yard chip shot right there, or maybe stretch her out to 20, 25 over that way. Another wind, you could get up there in that fir. Then what I was thinking over here, if I could get a ladder stand up here in this pine tree, you're still only maybe 25 over to the fir there where the mock scrape's going to be under, and then you've got the finger of timber right over there. And it's hard to see because it's snowy, but I'll be able to thin out a shooting lane for the rifle for when they're coming down off the hardwoods there in the evening. So just off the food plot to the north, you can see that ribbon there, and another ribbon over there, just off the back of the food plot. This will be, you know, a food plot trail, clover trail, coming up here. We're heading uphill on the ridge here now, and beautiful bench system from here to the top. Okay, I'm up here 200 yards off the food plot. It's down that old harvester trail there. Kind of parallels the snowmobile trail, which is just over, not far that way. I didn't measure it, but definitely within 100 yards easy. So anyways, I'm gonna get Peter in here with his dozer to work his way up. He's making a big bedding cut way up top of the ridge. It's up this way, so we'll continue our trail up that way. And there's another trail that's heading this way, and you can notice there's a stand, almost pure popple right here, and it transitions into a more of a mixed stand just over here. So I see some birch in there, a few softwood trees, and some maple. And so probably be a 1/4 acre, maybe a 1/2 acre micro clear cut in there, you know, promote a little bit of bedding on the ridge here and around these trees. around these, you know, around this little thicket here, or old cut, and probably have a point of impact right here. Sneak in from the four-wheeler trail, have a mock scrape. Haven't really decided where I'll put a tree stand yet, but might have to get creative there. There ain't much for cover. But anyways, like I say, have a bedding cut in here, and just the deer trail looping around the property will go up here on top of the ridge. And I'm gonna go up there and show you another little project that I've got coming with the SMB Wood Co-op. I'm gonna start this summer here on an oak plantation, about 2 acres over 4 or 5 years. So we'll talk about that a little more up the ridge. Okay, so I've come up this trail here, another 30 vertical feet, 10 meters. Doesn't sound like a lot, but it's a pretty good, pretty steep little section of the ridge right there. I just come up the old trail that we've been following up, sort of following the snowmobile trail along. We're a little further off it now, probably 100 yards off it. But this is definitely where the oak stand is gonna go. And I said there in the other video, I wasn't quite sure what I was gonna do, and I'll show you why. The old fellow that lives next door, been hunting up here for years, and right at his tree stand in here, these mature trees, but it is what it is. He's got salt out there. Check out this bruiser. He's sitting pretty cozy. Always gets himself a little deer. He's not too fussy, but you know, he'll shoot the most mature buck he's got coming, or whatever. He's got a couple stands, and if he wants to stick around a few more years, it'll definitely be good. But she's going to change. She's going to change, that's for sure, because this bench is perfect for my oak plans. All these trees along this bench, right over to where we were, past his salt lick there, and over to that line of a thick, there's going to be a deadly oak flat up here. I mean, it'd probably be my grandkids hunting it, but whatever. Hopefully I'll see a few acorns drop in my day. I'm only 35, so she'll have some time to grow as long as the good Lord's willing, and I'm here to see it. But man, oh man, I can't wait for this. Here I am on the ridge top. This is going to be where I mentioned the log deck is going to go. I'm not exactly sure where he's going to start, but this is definitely the you know, the general area. You can see there's some pretty mature stuff over there. This particular spot obviously was been cut over where I'm standing here. This is going to be the travel corridor that's going to be dozed in, and he's going to follow this old harvester trail here. Oh, I just seen a rabbit going. Snowshoe hare. Hawk up there going. Little wildlife around. Oh, he spotted me. Oh, that's an eagle. Bald eagle. Yeah. So anyways, I'm walking along this trail here. We're heading towards a ravine. Ravine's going to be another amazing point of impact bedding area, and this ravine is how they kind of traverse from the south side over to the north side. I got a porcupine in here doing some damage. It's going to need some attention here. Look at this, ruining all these young white pine here. Just a savage. I should have a gun with me today. This isn't the only spot I've seen evidence of that either, so that's got to be dealt with sooner than later. You can see it. And like I say, this is a relatively flat bedding area. We're gonna work our way around it and show you the ravine and the bedding thickets. Okay guys, there's the ravine. Like I say, she's pretty steep. Deer move through here in the fall, I'll tell you. Something wild. I'll continue on a little further and show you where where that first 10-acre block's going to be cut. We're pretty well in it here now. Just the other side of the ravine. Well, okay, this is pretty much up to the head of the ravine. Oh, it is the head of the ravine. Good. This is the last trail that crosses it right here. Porcupine. Oh. Alrighty, and this here, finally, is gonna be the first big bedding area. Clear cut. Take all this stuff out of here. Here's a beach. Beach. If I can find any beach of any size, like I say, I'll have Peter hinge them just for a little bit of ground cover. There's one right there. See, it's got that old beach canker, a lot of it. Yeah, quite a few in here. But anyways, they'll like that for a little bit of cover, I think, for a little bit of ground cover. Where it's gonna be so open in here for the first time in a long time, 70, 80 years, I don't know. Big old tree there's got some damage. Big old popple tree. I don't know if I'd want to be cutting that one down. Might be a good one to girdle and spray and leave for a snag. Anyway, this is the block he's coming into. The popple logs are going for $80 an imperial ton here in New Brunswick right now. So sketchy to cut down, but I don't know. Send them off to the mill. Say food plot trail. Here it is here. And that's gonna wrap around the horn of that ravine there, and big old popple there. Ooh. Yeah, it's gonna wrap around the horn and back over towards food plot number 2. And again, what a sweet little spot here, boys. Give you a look here at the west side of that ravine. Is it the west? No, it's not. It's the south side, sorry. This is a north-south sloped ravine. So we're on the south side here, facing back to the north, which is where my truck is. Shooting lane right here. Yeah. Shooting lane right here. An old guy. I was told he died. I don't know who he is, but anyways, he had a tree stand in here. There it is there. So that's where I'm gonna walk out, and actually that's where I walked in as well there. I didn't get that tree stand in the camera when I come in, but basically I've done a big loop around the head of this ravine, and I'm gonna head back there now.